Alright my friends, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew and today we're taking a look at Avatar Frontiers of Pandora running on the Nvidia RTX 4070 versus the AMD FXX 7800 XT. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. So first of all, I want to tell you that right now the Nvidia RTX 4070 is not running with frame generation, whereas the AMD FXX is. The reason for that was because I had already had all that set up on the 7800 XT before doing this, whereas on the RTX 4070 I wasn't able to turn that on until we got past all these cutscenes, and then I switched everything back on to where they were both running at the same settings going forward after that. So what you're seeing right now is one of them has frame generation, the other one does not. But after we get to that point, then I'll switch it. I switch it on. So I left everything in there. This was the original RTX 4070 benchmark that I did. When we got to that point where I switched it on, it kicked me out of the game. Then I got back in, and then it was on from that point forward. So I didn't cut anything out, but I wanted you guys to be able to take a look at this and see for yourself. The RTX 4070 actually does very good on this game at 1440p with the max settings on there, being able to utilize the frame generation, all of that. It did, in my opinion, honestly, from what I was seeing on my screen versus what you can see like in the video, the 4070 kind of felt like a little bit more like frame pacey, like a little bit more stuttery, whereas the 7800 XT has just felt smooth. I did have VSync enabled on the AMD side. I don't think that it was enabled on the RTX 4070 until I was able to switch that on, but it was feeling kind of stuttery. I will be doing some more testing with the 4070 on this game, but I'm doing the 7800 right now. Then I'll be over to the 7900 XT doing some testing on that as well. I'm a lot farther into the game now. I've done some more of the stuff. I'm out there exploring the world, so I'll have better footage to actually compare these games to. But right now, for this particular video, this isn't like no dinner for any. I mean, at 1440p, both of these cards do exceptionally well at this game, utilizing the frame gen, utilizing FSR3, DLSS. All of that seems pretty good. The part where the 7800 XT pulls away from the 4070 is in 4K. At 4K, I'm running the game right now, playing it. I'm actively playing the game right now at 4K with high settings, and I'm above 60 frames per second. Yes, I'm still utilizing frame generation, but like I can't tell the difference. I can't tell the difference. It feels smooth. I'm having a good time with it. I'll have a video out, you know, a little bit later today, running this game at 4K, just so you guys can see the 4070. I was unable to do that due to like VRAM limitations, whereas on the 7800 XT I can push it to ultra settings as well on 7800 XT, but then I'm dropping into the 50s, the upper 50s, sometimes lower 40s, stuff like that. So high, I haven't hit the 40s yet, but I have been down to like 58 frames per second on that. So I'm generally pretty freaking stoked with that. And as you can see right now, even the 4070 without frame gen, we're still over 100 frames per second. We're getting about, you know, on average about 50 more frames from the 7800 XT with the frame gen enabled. So I mean, that's pretty decent for the most part. I think it's actually pretty freaking good to be able to be over, you know, 100. And once I turn frame gen on with the RTX 4070 toward the end of this video, like you'll start to see, you know, how these both, you know, like run. These cutscenes, for some reason, they just, I don't know how they got, how one of them was like running, you know, a little bit faster or a little bit slower than the other one. That was kind of weird, to be completely honest with you. I do think that this 4070 is pretty impressive. Like, it's impressed me to the point where I'm like, wow, dude, even with the 12 gigs of VRAM, this thing is actually doing pretty dang good at 1440p on a lot of these games. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm actually happy I picked this card up so that I can compare these games, you know, side by side, do some of this stuff and like really test it, because I don't want to be that kind of gamer that's like, I don't want to be that kind of person that just shuns a product just because, you know, like something gave me a better experience. But I can tell you guys that, in my opinion, and this is me, man, this is going to be different for everybody else.
Stop singing.
I do prefer the AMD platform over the Nvidia platform. I just like the overall visual quality that I'm able to achieve with minimal input on the AMD platform. I love the way that looks to me better. I don't know if you're going to be able to see the difference that I can see in these two, but with the Nvidia, everything just looks more sharp and you know, like less dense, whereas on the AMD side, the visual quality just looks a lot more dense to me. So I really do like that, and I really do appreciate being able to get that type of image quality, especially when I'm using things like VSR or, you know, DSL. DSL does help a little bit, but I was testing this on The Witcher 3 before I swapped out the cards, and the image quality that I get from The Witcher 3, I do like both. Don't get me wrong, like the image quality on The Witcher 3 with DLSS and, you know, the utilizing like frame gen over there with the 4070. I do like the way that looks, but then when I put in The Witcher 3 on the AMD side and I'm running that with FSR and utilizing the AMD's Fluid Motion Frames preview driver, I really do like that too. I like the way it looks, but I do tend to prefer the visual quality over on the AMD side more. And I mean, that's going to be subjective for everybody. A lot of people are going to get like, I think that if you've been on Nvidia for a long time and you've experienced DLSS and all of that stuff, once you go over to AMD and you notice like you see the visual quality difference, I think that some people are really still going to prefer that sharper, crisper, cleaner look that DLSS delivers. Whereas on the AMD side, it's a lot more rich and I don't know. Like it's weird. I wish that I could actually get that freaking footage. And I'm thinking I might have a way to do that if I record at a higher resolution than 4K. Like if I record like like say I'm recording it at 8K, I might make that video at 30 frames per second so that I can get way higher resolution versus, you know, just doing like a regular 4K on the like a regular 4K on the 4070 versus like an 8K image running over to the thing, so that hopefully when it like all pans out at the end, you'll be able to see the sharp clarity of the Nvidia side, but then you'll be able to see like the downsampled to 4K image quality that I'm talking about, going from 8K to 4K. That's kind of my plan. I'm hoping that it works, but that video might come out at whatchamacallit, at 4K. But I think that the Nvidia side will probably be like a native 4K, whereas the AMD side will be like 8K super sampled down to 4K, but they'll both be obviously downsampled to 1440p for what I'm seeing on the monitor. But both of them will be able to. I think that might work. I think that might work. That's something I'm going to be testing to see if I can actually get that to become a reality. So that'll probably be here in the next few days. I'll have to put the Nvidia card back in and capture my 4K footage of that, and then I'll run it on the AMD side and be able to do that as well. You might even be able to tell from this video alone that the Nvidia side looks a little bit sharper, a little bit more crisp, whereas the okay, so right here in this section, I think we're going to be able to as soon as we get into the game on the Nvidia side, I spent a little bit more time in this menu, whereas the AMD side, like I had already knew what presets I was going to take and whatever else I was going to do, so I was able to get through that a lot quicker on the AMD side, where I wasn't able to do that. But as you can see, like both of them, like look at that, the frame rate is almost identical in here when we're and that's with the AMD side using the frame gen. That's funny. And now look, the Nvidia side, well, the Nvidia side's pulling away because we're getting back into the game, but it was kind of interesting, man. This is actually a pretty interesting test to do with these two cards, man. One's $100 cheaper, one was $100 more, but this is pretty interesting, man. These cards are pretty dang close. They're really dang close, and like you'll be able to see that like the AMD side definitely holds up and 100% delivers. And like I was saying earlier in the video, now that I'm able to like actually pull ahead with this game at 4K, that kind of does hurt the 4070 in terms of like that lower bus rate and the lower allotment of VRAM. That kind of does hold the 4070 back, which kind of sucks because you are paying more money for that. So you would think that you should be able to at least, you know, for some of them games, push them into 4K and be able to play 4K. I bet the 4070 would probably do 4K at low settings, but I don't know. Well, not maybe a mixture of low, medium, or whatever. Pretty close. So as soon as I get into this Nvidia side, or as soon as I get into like where I've got control of the camera, you'll be able to see that the frame rate, you know, I'll be able to change everything, and you'll be able to see that or whatnot, how that reacts with the frame generation or whatever. But I would have cut this out, but I wanted that there so that you guys could see that, so that you guys could see what was going on, and be able to like make up your own mind to like how the game is going to run and stuff like that. But it does feel, I mean, as you can see, like the frame rate is more stable over here on the side. It's not frame gen yet, whereas the other one's got the frame gen, so you see that wavy line. It's a lot thicker bar. Sorry, I had to take a minute to do that. This video is like 20-something minutes long, so I just want you guys to be able to see that I'm not trying to pull the wool over anybody's eyes. I am just trying to get things to be good. So all right, here we're gonna we're gonna jump into these settings real quick, but I didn't want to cut anything out. So apparently, if you're using something like whatchamacallit, the thing, and I think I had to turn it on the VC. I think I turned it on. I don't know. I think I.
Kill all Navi on sight.
Oh, maybe I didn't. Did I really just turn on the frame rate limit? Oh wait, okay, so I think it like crashed out on me, so I had to like completely get out and then jump back in. I totally forgot this footage. I really should have went through and regathered all this footage for the Nvidia card, but I wasn't thinking about that. I was just thinking about like, okay, I got to get the AMD video out. I got to get the AMD video out. So I wasn't thinking about that, which which kind of sucked, man. I wish that I would have thought about that before I switched over. No. Close out the freaking game. I know what you guys are thinking. I probably should have fixed this before doing this.
One more made it. Over here. Are you
all
right?
I should have fixed it before doing this.
Here, take this.
It was like hard just to get that freaking screen to come
Put it in
off
your
of
ear.
To tell you the
It is
truth.
tuned to our frequency.
You've been busy?
And then I finally got
They were
it.
looking
Got
for
back
you.
into the game.
They found me.
All of our settings were set up
You
after
need to
that.
move.
So
Now,
Wait, what's your name?
that was pretty good.
Saltleg, one of the last of my clan.
Still recording.
I am
had to
here,
check, see
so
if
you
we were
will
still
not be the
recording.
last of yours. Keep moving, fast and quiet. Go.
Oh man. Don't worry, I'm going to go back through and I'm going to remake this video. I've got my AMD footage, so when I put the Nvidia card back in, I'll make sure I get some good, like, side-by-side footage of this. You know, just redo all of this footage right here and then run it side-by-side again. I don't know. Maybe it's not worth it. Maybe by the time I do that, the time frame for making a video like this will probably just be pointless anyways. I don't know, guys. I'm learning. I'm trying to do this. I mean, it's already a pain in the butt to pull out the car, to put it in there, delete all the drivers, get everything set back up. I mean, it's just so time consuming and annoying that once I get a test platform, you know, then I'll be able to do this. I'm thinking about just building me like a test platform for the 4070. I might actually just put that pre-built back together with the 4070 in it. I just need to get another 5900X and some RAM that is the exact same thing with another SSD that's the same, so that it can be a pretty fair experience. Because I mean that pre-built that I have would easily run this 4070, like easily. I mean, I think that'd actually be a pretty decent build for it too.
You heard Harding. We need to find them.
All right, let's see. Frame rate limit off. Okay, yeah, I did turn that off.
Still here?
But I didn't turn on VC. So yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we were not doing that.
What the?
Resolution.
That was close.
Oh, I think I had to go back down to 1440p for that. Yeah, so we turned that back down to 1440p because I like kicked it into 4K. Yeah, I think that was the problem with that. Graphics quality ultra. Turned everything on.
Door to the gym is locked. I'll try to find a way through.
Stay watchful.
Okay, and then we're gonna keep those settings. So that was probably what was causing the 4070 to have the right, now we're gonna continue.
And now be sure to ask questions.
Okay, I'm out of the gym.
Good.
So now with frame gen on, we should be able to see. I mean, even if it's just a little bit, like we'll at least be able to see kind of how it's running inside here. Dang, that's taking forever to load that in.
How long were we asleep?
Dang, this is a terrible video for this, but okay. So inside we were just getting up into the
Can you hear me?
rooms or whatever. Yeah, all right. So this should give us a little bit of being able to look at this. Field of view, both of them should be set to 100.
Gotcha.
Because I didn't change it when I was putting the AMD card. But I think
You don't gotta worry about this one. It hasn't got anywhere near the fight its sister did.
Murderer.
Well, look where it got her. Such a shame.
But I do have.
It could have been of use
I think there's
once.
pretty much some.
Now there are no
outside
Navi
for both of
ambassadors.
these, actually.
Only Navi obstacles.
Yeah, this is a terrible video. I'm sorry, guys. This is a terrible freaking video, man. Gosh, should probably not even upload this one. But I mean, yeah, I got to get
Are you
better
okay?
at this. I just, yeah, I just don't have the time.
that was way
sometimes
too
to, like,
close.
sit and play with this, man. Like I want to be able to enjoy playing the game and stuff too, but I just figured I would upload this one for you guys so that you guys could have some video without me dang, yeah, like this one here is about to be outside. But I did run a bit of yeah, so I mean, here we go. once we get outside, like you see, like the frame rate on the AMD card go right into like the 90s, 80s, whatever. I remember, man, it kind of took me a minute to get out on the Nvidia side.
Hello? Maybe the others followed the water.
Ooh, boy. Those frame spikes that I was getting on the AMD side are gone now. I'm not getting those anymore while playing the game. But yeah, I don't know. Ooh, boy. Oh wait, I was getting them on the Nvidia side too. You guys saw that. I just saw that. I'm pretty sure that we got outside before this video ends. Like I'm pretty sure I got outside on the Nvidia side too. I know what you guys are thinking. This is not a fair comparison. I don't know. I don't think it's a fair comparison because they're not side by side, and I didn't have everything set up the exact same yet. So I just want you to know that, like, obviously I made a mistake. You know, I made mistakes with this. Oh, I was just too antsy to hurry up and get back into the to the AMD side so that I could check that out and see, you know, the difference, you know, for myself and stuff. I mean, mainly this whole thing is for me mostly, you know what I mean, to like really learn like the PC platform. So I mean, that's what it's most about. And see, look, I had frame generation on. I was showing you guys the settings. So on, fixed, VSync was on. So that there's obviously different from the other thing. But then look, you've got all the high settings on right here. When you look at object detail right there at 25, like I had everything maxed out on this, but I think on the Nvidia side, I don't think that I maxed that one out. So we're even running maybe a little bit higher settings on the AMD card,
Now
as opposed to what we're running with the Nvidia card.
You saved me.
So we've got that one setting a little bit more pushed
You can't
out
keep fighting.
on the AMD card.
I will help you this time.
But overall, man, the experience on both of these games.
You will
So
need arrows.
when I go back and when I go
Wood in
back
the
through and
underbrush
test the
is pliable.
4070 again, I will make
You will
sure
find it.
that I get like all
Simply
of that. But
focus
I'm not
your
gonna
senses.
go through the beginning of
My
this. I'm just
senses?
gonna start playing it from where I'm at
They
right
thought
now,
you to
getting
be
some
human,
footage.
but you are not
So
me.
they probably won't be
See the
lined up
forest as I
exact.
do.
Well, maybe I can probably line them up exactly. I'll just do this. It's so hard
see,
for me to pick a route
This
because
is your home.
then I
can speak
forget
to
or
you
whatever. But I'll
If you
try
let
to.
it, let your senses guide you.
I'll try to get some like footage for this. I mean, it's easier when you have like the cutscenes and stuff. It's way easier to try to get like that same footage or whatever.
Okay, I got it.
Now you have all you need to chop
Yeah,
down
we got
this
to beat
ice.
the wire
Sharp
to get out of there. Very, very nice. See, I mean, like at 1440p with the ultra settings over here on the AMD side, like you can really play this and it really does feel
We should get
pretty
out of here.
smooth. So I'm not going to
you-
say that this game is unsmooth
it.
on the RTX 4070 anymore due
I
to the
need a
fact
pod.
that I did not have
From a double
VSync
plant.
enabled, and you kind
I'll
of
find
need
one.
VSync enabled
Don't worry.
with the frame gen on this,
Near the shore.
so that it's
They
a little
grow
bit
by
more
water.
fair or whatever. I think we've already made it through the one part with this game. Put it out here. I mean, by the time I started running these videos, I actually had to run this on the AMD card a couple of times because I didn't have... I was just using the regular AMD software to get through this part for the frame rate counter and stuff like that, and
Soldiers.
I didn't have all of that enabled or whatever. It wasn't showing up on the screen, so I had to go back through and redo that. So that was kind of a pain in the butt. But like after I have it all,
on my way back, there were more soldiers.
I don't know, man. I really kind of feel dumb for not re-recording all of this Nvidia footage. I should have made sure before I took that card back out. But like I said, man, I was just excited to get the AMD one back in there. I really like my AMD experience. I like it a lot, actually. I'll probably easily be able to push this at 4K on the 7900 XT.
No! He won't let
Should
me
be able to
get
get like
alive.
100 FPS. With the frame gen and everything on like that one. I like the bow play in this game. It's pretty cool. Dude, I almost kicked the bucket there. Trying to finish getting out of here.
You learn fast.
On this side, so on the 79, on the 7800 XT, I got all the way up to the base camp. I don't think I went all the way up to the base camp on this, on the Nvidia side. I think I just barely got my butt outside. All right, here we go. We're almost outside on this one. Ooh, another one of them frame stutter things.
You have no song cord.
We had my mother's, but they stole it.
All right, let's get out of this.
We must change that.
Right outside.
Wait! What should I do now?
Right to the beautifulness.
Do. You must
So
discover
now we
your
can kind of
always
see,
are.
you know, that like,
And until then,
even
join
though
the
we're in a different
resistance. But hear
spot,
me. Those humans
you can see
have the same enemy, but we're
that
not the same.
even with the settings just a little, just a tad bit lower on the
They
Nvidia
are too
side.
close. Go.
Yeah.
I'll meet you at base camp by the waterfall.
When we're outside, I feel like the frame rate is pretty good, but we're not dropping into the 50s as much on the AMD side. I think we are kind of running a little bit higher or whatever. Yeah, we're in the 60s on the Nvidia side. Well, shoot, we're dropping in the 60s over here too. I'd say they fluctuate pretty well. I'd say it's, to me, at 1440p, I kind of feel like it's pretty even. You do see higher frame rates more often on the AMD side, which is, probably due to, it being just a little bit more powerful, but at the same time, this game is optimized very well for the AMD platform. Hopefully the rest of the optimizations coming for the Nvidia side, and we get the Nvidia's frame gen
The waterfall.
on that, so that you can run it
Resistance base
natively
must
on
be
the
above it.
Nvidia hardware and stuff without having to rely on the FSR if you're an Nvidia fan. But they've already said that it is coming, so it should be there eventually. But yeah, I kind of feel like our frame rate just remains a lot higher actually now. Now that you look at it, and kind of like for like situations, I kind of feel like the AMD card's gonna pull away from that. Frame gen on at 1440p ultra settings. So this is, I kind of do feel like this is an okay video. I mean, as long as you watch it all the way through, like you'll be able to kind of see for yourself. Like this little base camp thing is a little bit heavy. Like you get into this one spot and it drops the cards down to like the 50s, pretty easily. This game is absolutely beautiful, man. Like as soon as I'm done with recording this video, and I think I'm just gonna spend a lot of time playing this today because I'm really enjoying this game. Like I'm enjoying the story content, the characters, the overall experience has been absolutely incredible. I'm really enjoying this. We're looking at the map for a minute. I was showing off the map on that one. But alright, my friends, like right there through that part, you drop into the 50s. But alright, my friends, if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Go ahead and say whatever you want in the comments, and we'll see you guys in the next one.